Long time no see. I know it's been a while. And yes, you read my video title right. It's not a girl, it's actually a boy. I found out last week because I went to an ultrasound. So I'm just going to say off topic now that I'm 35 weeks and 1 day today. And yeah, I'm not that in shock, but you guys are probably all surprised because you've been following me ever since the beginning, or most of you have, and some have just joined in now, but all figured it was a girl. Since I got pregnant, I actually was convinced that it was a boy, and if you watch my 18-week video, my gender prediction for myself, I guessed a boy, because I just thought it was a boy. I just had this feeling or intuition that it was a boy. So then when we had the 19-week ultrasound, and both the technicians that were in there doing my ultrasound both said girl, I was kind of surprised, and I will admit I wasn't that excited, which was odd for me because I, oh, hold on, Tiger. Okay, that took up a little bit of time. Anyways, there was an earwig crawling across the floor. Ew, so I killed it. Anyway, so yeah, and I wasn't very excited, which was a surprise to me because I really wanted a girl. I wanted our first kid to be a girl, but so I wasn't that excited, but I believed them in saying it was a girl, and hopped on the girly bandwagon and bought all this girly stuff, did the nursery girly and blah blah blah. But I will admit, ever since that ultrasound, I was kind of off. I didn't 100% believe that it was a girl in the back of my mind, and then closer getting to my 30 weeks, I was getting antsy and I wanted another ultrasound, but I couldn't get another ultrasound because obviously there's nothing wrong and they need to request it so I can get it. And the 3D, 4D ultrasound doesn't usually work out if you have an anterior placenta, which means your placenta is on the outside of your uterus or in front of the baby. So it blocks the view of the baby, and I didn't want to spend $200–300. Yes, it's quite expensive here. $200–300 on a 3D, 4D ultrasound, and not be able to get anything out of it. So I was crossing my fingers and hoping that something would come up, not bad, but like they could tell position or if I turn big or small, so that they could request an ultrasound for me, which happened, and not last week but the week before, so I guess yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I had my midwife appointment. She still couldn't figure out what position baby was in, and so I got an ultrasound request form and had my ultrasound the following week. So last week on Tuesday, when I was 34 weeks and 1 day, I had an ultrasound, and sure enough, the tech asked me if I wanted to know what it was, and I said, yeah, I want to know, I just want to make sure what it is. And sure enough, she said boy, and I was like, you're joking me. And she went over his manly parts, and sure enough, it is a boy. There's no doubting that it's a girl. No doubting that it's a boy. And yeah, it's clear, plain in sight. I got a picture actually for Dustin, so just in case he didn't believe me when I told him. But yeah, I wasn't in very much shock going from one gender to the other. I think I knew in the back of my mind that it was a boy, but I was still kind of in the girly mode or mind mode. But I was overwhelmed and very stressed, and my anxiety kind of went up, knowing that, well, we just had the baby shower a couple days ago, and we got all this girly clothes, and we had all these girly sleepers and onesies. We had everything planned out. We were pretty much set, done, ready to go for the arrival of our daughter. Not daughter anymore, but yeah, we were ready for that. All we had to do is order the stroller and a few little other random things, and we were finished and done. So now we're kind of starting off from the beginning again, and having to redo the nursery and get all new clothes and everything like that. So, but it will all work out. And yeah, so I'm not really in shock anymore. It actually feels a lot more natural that knowing it's a boy than it was a girl, oddly enough. I don't know how that all worked out, but yeah, even though I wanted a girl so badly, knowing that it's a boy now kind of just fits into place. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, so my last video, I actually revealed the boy's name, and it's funny because before I started making the video, I was thinking, oh, I bet you anything, it's a boy, and I'm revealing the name, and it's not going to be a surprise anymore, blah, blah, blah. So, the boy's name is Out of the Hat. You all know it now if you've watched it. So, our son's name is going to be Dagny Flint. Dagny, now I said the meaning of Dagny in my last video meant new day, but new day is actually the meaning for the female version of Dagny. The male version of Dagny, the meaning is daylight. So, yeah, Dagny means daylight, and middle name will be Flint. Obviously, you know, Flintstone, that makes the spark and everything, and it also means stream as well. So, Dagny Flint, and we kind of wanted it earthy, but not like over the top earthy, like what the heck were we thinking kind of thing, and we didn't want one of those like hippie names where we name them like River or something like that. So the meanings have earthy meanings, so yeah, that's a good thing. So it's unique, we like it, or we love it, and yeah, so that's going to be his name, Dagny Flint. So you're probably all wondering what the girl's name was then, since we were keeping it a surprise. So I'll tell you all about that too. This is probably going to be a two-parter, so bear with me. So we, okay, so I had an aunt when I was younger, and we were very close in age, we were very close, we were kind of like sisters, did a lot together, and yeah, I looked up to her, and I wanted to name, after she passed away, I think I was like 12, 13 when she passed away, and she was 17 when she passed away, so we were both pretty young when this all happened, and I always wanted to name my daughter after her, but not in the sense of using her name. So so there's a memory I have of her that I'll never forget, and it means a lot to me. We used to, over the summertime when we would go up to the cottage, we'd be sitting on the top bunk eating these Coca-Cola gummy candies that you can get from like the convenience store for like, I don't know, at the time it was probably like 5 cents or whatever. And so we'd be eating those, and we'd have a Bob Marley tape playing on our tape cassette player. And the two songs that we would have on repeat would be Buffalo Soldier and Three Little Birds. And we'd have those on repeat for like days on end, and I'm sure anybody listening to that would probably start to get annoyed, but we loved both of those songs, and we'd sing our heart out. And yeah, so that was a really, really good memory of the both of us just having a good time singing, and we used to bring the tape cassette player down to the lake on the deck, and we'd be listening to it while we'd swim and do whatever we were doing. So we wanted to name our daughter, if you're having a daughter, Marley. And kind of it revolves around Bob Marley and my aunt and the whole memory together. So it's not just about the musician, but it's also about the memory and of my aunt. So that kind of meant a lot to us, why we wanted to use it, and also explain the bird theme, the Three Little Birds song. So that's why we did the bird theme. And her middle name was going to be Gemma, and my friend actually found it for me. She was helping me figure out middle names for a girl, and